12 kilometers west of the town of Skiathos, there is the lake and the protected national park Strophilias. And part of it is the most famous beach on the island of Skiathos. Welcome to Koukounaries Beach.
You can reach this beach directly by car, and on both sides you have large free parking lots. If you decide to use public transport, get off at stations number 26. And there's also a water taxi to the beach that departs from the port of Skiathos and costs 6 euros one way. Slightly more than 600 meters long and 20 meters wide, this beach is one of the 4 best organized beaches in Europe. The literal translation of the name of this beach is Pine Cone Beach, and I'm sure that it is related to this dense pine forest in the background of the beach. This dense forest creates exceptional natural shade, the likes of which we have not seen on beaches in Greece until now, except perhaps on the beach of Lagomandra in Sithonia. The sand on the beach is of the finest grade, silver gold color, and mixed with pine needles. There's fine sand both at the entrance to the water and on the seabed, which is perfectly clean and safe. The entry into the water is gradual, and the shallows last up to 30 meters from the entry.
The combination of the sun, a calm day, the color of the sand, and this pine forest in the background gives an extremely interesting and above all beautiful color of the water.
Tucked away in the bay, this beach, regardless of weather conditions, always has such calm water. Most of the beach is rented out by cafes and taverns, and the price of an umbrella and a pair of sunbeds varies depending on the sector, i.e., the row in which you sit from the sea, and ranges from 10 to 20 euros now in the pre-season and up to 30 euros for 2 sunbeds in the season. Consumption is paying additionally. Of course, there are sectors free for your umbrellas and towels, and if you arrive early, you can take some exceptional positions with natural shade all day long. Thanks to the beach bars and to the organization of the beach itself, where waste bins are densely placed. The beach of Koukounaries was perfectly clean in the pre-season, and I know from the comments on the internet that it is the same in the season as well. On this beach, we also found these interesting, let's call them changing cabins. Only one shower, which could be one of the few complaints about this beach. And there is also a public toilet. You can find rescue houses in 2 places. And there were no entrances for people with disabilities in the pre-season, but I know that there are in the season. Also, this path that runs along the entire beach has facilitated the movement of people with disabilities.
One of the few beaches we have visited so far that really deserves the prestigious Blue Flag Award.
For those who like to explore, just beyond the beach and the forest is the UNESCO protected Lake Strophileus. It is the home of geese and ducks that mingle with tourists without any fear. So it is an opportunity for some interesting photos from this beach. This time there was also a swan. Otherwise, these geese and ducks only add an additional impression of a completely natural environment. On Koukounaries Beach, there is a diving center. But also places for renting props for water sports in as many as 3 places. So when everything is thrown into the water in the season, it can be a bit crowded. This beach is indispensable for all excursions, so in the distance you will see a lot of anchored smaller and larger boats that bring rivers of tourists. And for those who like this beach so much, there are accommodation facilities at the back of the beach, and accordingly 2 small markets and several restaurants. Several smaller beaches adjoin the Koukounaries Beach, which are also of excellent quality. On the left are Murata Beach and Katerina Beach, while on the right is Xenia Beach, which is located in front of the luxury Olivi complex.
After Alikis Beach on the island of Amuliani and Amalfi Beach near Kavala, it is difficult to get excited about a beach. Today, my list of top 3 beaches in Greece got a third member. According to the criteria we have just included, Koukounaries Beach received 97 points of a maximum of 100. A clear 10 and recommendation for this beach.